There you
Recording. Welcome to the team call. It is March 20th. Yes, March 20th. So what,
Yeah.
a week and a half, almost 2 weeks left in March. That's crazy.
That means like 5 weeks until some of us go to the Dominican Republic.
All right, so let's start with some dates and then we'll get into our education part.
Okay, guys, am I breaking up?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. March dates coming up next Monday, March 27th. Whoa,
I'm
crash.
sorry.
That's
Like
okay.
Lisa fell off the bed or something.
We're doing an all-day sneak peek. So it's going to be like 12 hours on every hour, like starting at 6:30 or something like that. We'll get the schedule out to everyone that's going to participate, but we're either going to do a post or the person is going to go live. And it's your choice. If you're comfortable with live, we would love to see you do that. If not, you can just do a post. It's going to be very similar to the live, like 1 hour events that we've done before. Not live, like when we were live in the event page and we just did posts every 5 minutes, but it's going to be all spread out. So if you are interested in participating, we would love for you to. I have a couple of you assigned already. So hope you don't mind when I let you know after this call. Okay, so the next date is April 3rd. So that's 2 Mondays from now. That's our spring fit. So if you haven't been advertising it or talking about it or inviting to it, you should start now. We still have plenty of time. So that's April 3rd. It's a 21-day group. It's one of our quote unquote pay groups. So either Challenge Pack or on Shakeology or getting back on Shakeology or one of those. April 10th, we'll do a free group. We will throw it out to you guys. If anyone wants to volunteer to run it, that would be great. If not, we'll take care of it. And but if you haven't run a free group, step outside of your zone, find something cool to do, and let us know. So that's April 10th. And then April 17th will be our next business opportunity event, whatever it is. We're trying different stuff and seeing what sticks and what works. And so April 17th. And I added that, Shalise, because we needed one for April. Okay, so those are our dates. And I'm going to have to get off about 10 minutes till 7. So just so you know when I disappear.
And don't be intimidated or scared to run a free group. If you're here and you have a topic, like we can find things on Pinterest. We can find things and we can make it work. It's a good first step to kind of get out of your comfort zone. So all right. So can you guys hear me? Okay. Am I loud enough? Okay. Can everybody mute? Let's mute you. I think I can mute you all. All right, so you're muted. Wow, now it's really quiet. Okay, so let's see. We want to talk to you guys about Asana. So Asana is a way of tracking your customers, your coaches, whatever you want to track. Between the two of us, we've probably tried all the tracking systems. One of my favorites is like all my sticky notes. Yeah, all over my freaking desk. It doesn't work that well. And I used to think I could just keep it all in here. You're going to forget people. And I also have a notebook full of names. So this is a digital tracking system. There's also an app and it's free. It's free. It's free. And the class I'm taking right now, the Wellpreneur Business Academy, they love it and they promote it too. So I'm going to screen share with you guys. And you know what? I'm going to unmute you. So if you have questions, that was kind of mean. I just wanted to mute you all. Okay.
Can you go to another
You're
table?
unmuted. Can you guys mute yourself and then you can unmute if you have questions?
Go to another table.
Okay. Let's see. Go to another table. Screen share. Okay. Can you guys see my? Yes. Okay. So this is Asana. Now, don't be over. What you can do is you can go over, it's asana.com. You come in here and you go to projects and you click new project. So you can set it up however you want. I've done new packs. They're all over here. 10 in play, which don't even look at that. Personally sponsored coaches. Robin, what do you do? Are you guys frozen or is it just me?
You're back now. You were frozen before.
Oh, okay. So I don't know where I stopped, but so say new contacts. I already have that, but we're going to do it again. You do your project name, and then what you can do, there's a couple different ways. Like, okay, I see this girl at Starbucks, so I'm going to add the task, which is her. I met Lisa Snarky.
I unmuted so I can pipe in if.
Yeah. And if you
Okay.
guys have questions, just ask, unmute and ask. So one thing we've been doing here is, and it might be between Robin and I, but I've been like, oh, I met her. She's a Husker. Met her at Starbucks, whatever. I put it here. And then I was writing our conversations in this one. But according to this class, they do it opposite. So they 317 met at Starbucks, learn how to spell, whatever. And then write a few notes like has 12 kids, wants to lose mama pouch. Okay, whatever. Write a few notes that remind you who it is. And the other good thing that you can do, which I think is fantastic, is you go into your Facebook, talking to them on Facebook, and you have like a conversation going. Let's see. Sorry, it's taking a minute. So let's see, Caroline here. We have a conversation going. So you can go up here, you can copy and paste the link right there. Put it in
Messenger, right?
In Messenger.
Not in the little chat box. You have to go like actually into the Messenger.
So now whenever I go back and visit this girl, I have the link, which will take me back to our conversation. Okay, so that's pretty handy. Now, what you do is I'm going to assign her to myself. And I just met her today, so I want to keep the conversation going. So I'm going to days and I'm going to check back on Thursday. And so you can set it up to send you emails, which I did in the beginning, but it got a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
At first, it's awesome. I'm going to get an email every day with who I need to follow up with. And I was like, it just was too much. But you can set it to do that. You can.
But then the cool thing is if you go to that view tab above, like next to task, and you down, right? Yeah. Click on that. And you can sort by due date. And so then you know like who you should go to next on your list. If you're just like, what do I do? Then go to sort it by tasks by due date. And then it puts them all in order from the last person that you had a due date for.
Right. I'll show you that. 1 minute. Let me finish this first.
Okay,
so also over here, you can tag it. So you could put, this person is in my Ultimate Reset group. Okay, so she's tagged. I know she's in my Ultimate Reset group. Oh, where'd my screen go? Whoa. My computer's doing weird stuff. Sorry, guys. Okay, Lisa Snarky's back. So I tagged her. Well, okay, we're acting like she's a new person. So I'm going to tag her. I'm going to make a new tag. I'm going nuts. She's interested in Spring Fit. So I'm making a tag. I'm going to make it red, whatever
color you want.
Whatever color you want.
Just makes it cute.
So now I know she is interested in the Spring Fit group. I have a date I'm going to check back. I tagged her. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my good night. I haven't even been drinking. I'm going to go back to my new contacts here and show you this. So like Robin said, if you go over here to view incomplete tasks, you can go tasks by due date. Okay, so I'm a little behind. I have these people from like September, but some of them I just haven't updated. I've talked to. But once you start putting it in, you can see it. Now, if you scroll down here, I have little things. Oh, this is a teacher. She's interested in coaching. She's interested in the 21-day fix. I want to show you one more thing where I had some more tags. These people are all unassigned. These people, I took all my contacts from and brought over to here, which I will show you this. Okay, so FYI, the word on the street is that we're going to be expanding to the UK soon. And I have a lot of friends from the UK. So I put them in and I tagged UK. Now I hope we expand to the UK. We'll see. But that's just a system I'm doing. Okay.
So then you can click on that tag and it pulls everyone that is UK. And so then she can export their email or whatever and email everybody based on that. Or like if there's a new product coming out and we announce it, but it's going to come out in December, then I would tag it with that new product or program. And then when it comes out, you can search all those and then you can send everybody messages.
How do we do that? How do we just find that off a tag?
Find the tag? No, you click on, you know what? I'm not sharing my screen. I got my cursor. I'm like right here. So scroll back to some of those people that had UK or teacher or whatever. Click on that pink UK. So now see up in the top center, It says UK. Those are all people that you've tagged UK.
So this is great for new people, and you can tag them, and you don't have to tag them too. When I started, I wasn't tagging. I was like writing myself notes, but I see that it helps now because if you're talking to someone interested in ultimate reset or something, you have the conversation going. You know somebody's doing the reset, then you can check out back with them, right? Oh, you were interested in this, blah blah blah. Okay. So that is awesome and very handy. Let's see, let's go back to my task.
Always 5 minutes.
And so now I've also contacts, so they're all under here. So I can kind of go through it. But I always go in, I search by due date, tasks by due date. So when my power hour comes, my Asana, I do the search by due date. And I still haven't figured out how to take all these off, so just ignore that.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Click on it.
Well, to make it, if I click on it, it'll go away.
No, click on shared biz up. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay.
And then undo the due date. Don't like X out the due date. So do the X. Don't click on it. Go back and.
Where's the X?
Right there. Remove. And then it removes the due date and it doesn't. So I think you have to do it to all of them, but yeah.
But that'll help. Okay, so that's smart. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to get your contacts. Well, do you have any questions here before I go get my Facebook?
So
just unmute too, if you do.
I actually use the write a comment to give myself notes on the conversation. Now that was before Shalise showed me that you could link to Facebook, but when I'm in here, when I'm in Asana and I'm clicking on the person, I can see the last thing that was said without even having to go back to Facebook and check because I just copy the last bit of our conversation into a comment and you click comment and it timestamps it and all of that.
Yeah. And I've done that too. So you can, and I've talked to her. She was in my free faith group. She's interested into the and usually I copy and paste their conversation in too. So you can kind of do it however you want. You guys have any questions so far? Just unmute if you do, because I can't really see you. Okay. So, okay, let me remember here. Okay, so to go get all your Facebook contacts and put them on here is you go to your Facebook, go up here to this little arrow, go down to settings. Then you go right here to download a copy of your Facebook data. And you download. I'm not going to do it because it takes a while. So then what happens is it downloads into your folder on your computer. Once it's downloaded, you get an email that says it's done. You open your email and I don't have it on this computer to show you, but you open and there's different parts, and one of them says people or
Contacts.
contacts. Click on that, and in it is just a list of your contacts, and you can copy them and bring them up and paste them in.
Okay, so where do you paste them?
Just right here, add a task.
And you do one at a time? Or?
No. So it's not showing. Add a task here. I put mine under my new contacts. Is that where I'm at? No, sorry. Okay, so I added them all under new contacts. I did add a task, and then you can just click and copy it right there, and they'll all copy in. But you can't
As separate tasks.
Yeah, separate. They'll do it separately, but you have to do about 50 to 100 copy paste, 50 to 100 copy paste, because Asana gets overrun.
Right. So you guys see next to that Miagram, it says December 17th. I think that's brilliant because that shows when you became friends with them. And like, if you've never talked to them or what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's valuable information. Anyway,
yeah. And these ones with all these dots here, these are ones that I just did all contacts and put them in. So that's what all these are. Now, when they show up with this little picture, I went into this person because I was going to tag her, right? This is a friend from the UK. I put the UK tag in and I assigned myself. If there's no one assigned, it won't be here. And you don't have to assign yourself to everybody. Assign yourself to the people you're having conversations with or you're starting conversations. And then once you assign yourself, you can go to your task and it with with that.
You can't get a reminder email either unless you've assigned yourself. If that's the route you want to go, then you have to make sure you're assigned. But you guys, I have to hang up, and this is such a good call. I hope you ask questions, but I have to go.
All right, girl.
My kids are going to audition. Okay, goodbye. I love you all.
Bye. So Angie Martinez, I invited her to the teacher group. Sometimes I write more notes. Then you can see kind of everything you do with that person. I'm trying to find one that I've written back and forth with, but I'm not.
What if you're not, like, can you take people from your Beachbody page and put them in there, or is it only Facebook?
You mean the download and put them in?
Yeah, because some people, obviously my Facebook people that are, on their coach or whatever.
You mean on your like page on Facebook?
No, like from, say, like I had leads that I couldn't find on Facebook, and can I put them in here or no?
For sure. So then you just add it manually. You just add task, and then you're the task. You write their name right there.
Like how you did with the snarky one. Okay.
I didn't know until last week that I could put all those people in from Facebook. So all these people without the dot in front of their names, I've manually put in this freaking thing. Dude, here we go. Tons. So yeah, that's how I just started tracking people. I just started out and then just realized you can download them and then put them up. So it is really handy, you guys. Also, there's an app and it's free. And go into your Asana. Let me see if you can see it. Let me pull it up. I have it in my Beachbody folder on my phone. And then it has it all under here, like new contacts. It has all my projects. You just click on your project. It's a loading task. Can you see that at all? Probably not.
No.
Kind of. Anyway, they're all right here, so I can do it from my phone too, and it goes together. And you can add your own task. You can add people. So if I'm out and I meet somebody, I'll get my phone out and add them in really quick so I have them in here so I don't forget. There's a lot more you can do with this. You can also share, like I could share, I could do a task and I could share it with somebody if you were working with your team somehow. That's really not what I'm using to track it, but you could keep your coaches, like if you talk to somebody and they said not right now, you could put them in the not right now. you know, there's so much you can do with it. It's pretty freaking awesome. I love it. It's helping me stay organized. It helps me a lot because then when my power hour comes, with their parents go on here first instead of Facebook. And so if I'm talking to somebody, I'll even put them in, and then I'll assign myself 3 days later, and I'll just follow up. Yeah, I know, not nice, but F you, and I put the date. You know, I'm going to do that Thursday. I assign myself, and then that will be on there as a list of to do. And you could try getting an email and see what you guys think. I thought that'd be the greatest thing ever, but then I got really overwhelmed because it just didn't work. But what questions do you guys have about this?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think so you can add people's emails under their contacts, right? Like somewhere?
Totally. Well, you could do all of that. Like you could, so here's Jesse. And you could, I was putting the conversation in there, but they didn't in my class. But here you could add their email, phone, everything. And any little things. Like I just use that if I don't have their email. I just use that like that tips me from Nebraska. They're in my Husker group or whatever it is. And any little thing you want to remember.
Okay. And then I was wondering if there's a way you could sort by email and somehow export the emails into like MailChimp for a newsletter or something.
Well, I know that once you download, I think you can download from Facebook into like a CSV file or whatever. And then that can go.
Okay.
I know that, but I'm not sure about Asana.
Okay.
Probably you can use the same file, right?
I don't know.
Maybe. Good question.
It'd just be nice to be able to like enter the contact if you have their email or if you have their Facebook, you know, just sort by email, grab everybody's email and throw them into MailChimp for a newsletter.
Yeah, I think you can do that from Facebook, and I know you can do that from our. You can get all your people from our back in your Coach Online office. Everybody you have back there, your customers, you can download them that way and then put them on a MailChimp too. But I'm not here. But that's a great question.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Lisa,
you could Google it.
what I did for my, I exported all of my customers like onto an Excel spreadsheet, and I saved it to my desktop, and I like got rid of, you know, the information that I didn't need. So you probably could do that same thing, just copy all of the emails right from the Excel spreadsheet and put them in MailChimp.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do it that way.
And like I said, like this notebook is full of contacts, full of things. And I just wasn't keeping up with it. So this is working for me now. But if you guys, if pen and paper works better for you, or you have a better system, like you got to do what works for you, for sure. I have systems, and this seems to be the winner for me. So any more questions about this, you guys? And you definitely go in and play too. See what you think.
What is the difference? What is the difference between that description section and the write a comment?
This, I mean, it says, this is probably, I think this is more meant for email, phone number, blah, blah, blah. And this is conversation, which you can literally copy and paste your conversation you're having in Facebook and put in here. What I do sometimes, let's see, she'll probably have it. What I do sometimes is I do the invitation, the script, and I copy and paste it in here. So then I have it. I have another one. So like I had a conversation with this girl about a sign, and so I just copied and pasted it in the description. And then when I followed up with her, I could refer back to that. You know, I've had someone share like, oh, there's the invitation I sent her. I had somebody information about their health. I think she was fighting cancer. So I just marked it in there. And then when I followed up with her, I followed up on that, and it made her feel good that I remembered these things. Well, I didn't keep them in my brain, but I wrote them down. And so then that keeps that conversation going. And it makes you more connected there. That makes
So
sense.
it just takes some time to get everybody in, but once you do, it seems pretty easy.
Well, and so when you get a new contact now, you could just add them in manually. It takes a minute. But in the meantime, like, do the Facebook contacts and put them all in there. And then just start methodically. Like, don't get overwhelmed. Be like, okay, I've got 15 minutes. I'm going to get in contact with 4 of these people, and then put your reminder date in there to follow up. And kind of, if you're talking to anybody on Facebook now, add them in, add in the conversation, and start that way. Like, these are not all my contacts I've ever talked to. I have notebooks, but I didn't go back. Like, I just can't do that.
Yeah.
But when it puts in, these are all my Facebook friends, it's huge. So now I can, like, it even did some of the men that I know I won't talk to. They're not it's a thing. So to delete someone, you just go right here and you click that and it goes away. I'm trying to find somebody I can delete. You have to have a lot of people to talk to. Okay, Shane is not my person. So you just click and it departs. It just flies away.
I like that. I've been forgetting how I know people.
Yeah, and I was too. I always think like, oh, I got this. I'll remember it. I'll remember to follow up, and I don't. Or I guarantee that if you're just doing it in your brain. So this will help. And even if I forget people, then I can click and I'm like, oh yeah, crap, she was interested in this, and I can follow up with her. So Brian, he needs to go. I'm not gonna. Now it's not there. So it's worth a try. I won't go there today. Any other questions or anything with this?
I have a question. I lost you guys in the beginning of the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And I went to go sign in up for this the other day for the free sign in, and it said something about my email didn't look like a business email. Why would it say that?
I don't know.
You can use any email, right? I don't have to make a new one.
Were you just at asana.com?
Yeah.
Oh no, I would try again. I mean, I created a team email, like a business email, shred it with s@gmail.com. And that's what I'm using for this. I don't know if that makes it.
I think maybe because it has my last name in my email address.
Yeah,
they saw it as a personal email address.
Maybe.
You could make like a butterfly fitness one, Lisa.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And use that for your business email. That's what I ended up doing. Like, I have my normal Courtney.smiley, but then I have my getfab.smiley. I mean, it still has my last name in it, but that's the one that I use.
But then I'd have to go online and change that on like Facebook too, right? So people see that.
You mean if you changed your email?
Yeah.
So my main email is my SW Laudermoser account is typically, and then I've been changing it over to shred it with S. But whatever you want to use.
Okay.
Well,
I don't have a whole lot of people right now, so I guess it wouldn't matter if I switched it.
Yeah, that's probably a good time to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like this lady, Tammy English, but I know she's a Husker person. So that just helps me remember. And then I kind of copied and pasted our conversation. She's interested in, awesome, here's what I sent her, here's what I followed up. So also, if you have a script that you're using and you copy and paste it in there, then when you go invite somebody else, you could copy and paste it. So yeah, I like it. It's worth trying. I definitely just encourage you not to just use your head. Like, if you're a pen and paper person, use it. If you're this, I have found this to be handy simply because I have the app and it's on my computer, and I don't have to go back through my notebook. And when I'm deciding it's my power hour, I can go right on, go by due date, and just start. You know, and then it just reminds me when my next people I need to follow up with. So people in my March group right now, in our March meltdown group, I put them in here. I put the date they ordered their challenge packs. So I've gotten 3 coaches this month because I did this. I put them in with the date they ordered their challenge pack. I set a reminder to follow up with them like a week before their next shake is due. So all my coaches this month, I followed up a week before. So I talked to them about saving money on their Shakeology, send them the cost breakdown of the Shakeology, and they've all signed up as coaches because they want to. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so it can be a pretty like organic path, if that makes sense. They're loving it. They're doing great. They're losing weight. They're enjoying the shake. So you follow up in time that like, hey, just want to let you know your next order is going to ship out on the 16th. Your shake. Are you liking it? Are you happy? If they're like, yeah, I love it. The shakes are great. Awesome. Well, I can help you save some money. I don't know if you're interested in the business side, but either way, you can save this much money a month. I have an send them, and you can go from there. And then when they joined, so a lot of them switched, I add them here to my PS coaches, which I haven't at all yet, but then I have them in here just so I can kind of keep an eye on them. But that's really outdated.
I'm a little hurt that I don't see my name there.
I know. I'm like, these actually a long time ago. Tammy, let's just add. So, yeah. Now, like the no, not right now. I started that. I don't use it. I wouldn't do that. Like I've just been playing with it, and then I had 10 in play, and that just confused me too. The 10 in play to me was 10 people that I'm really talking to and have a good conversation going with. But if you have if you set your due date and you just keep changing it on these people, then you'll get reminded anyway. So it's kind of, there's no right or wrong, but it's worth trying. And I'm using the free version still, and I have a lot of contacts in here. That's it. Any other questions? No? All right, I'll stop my screen share here.
I don't have a question on this. I just kind of have a general question.
Yeah.
I had been using the automatic ACEO thing,
Mhm.
and I was able to send out like newsletters kind of each month for like when
Yeah.
you know, the challenge pack or whatever was going on. But how do you, I don't know if Shalise or if any of you girls send them out, but Robin sends out like a newsletter each month, and she's able to put like images like in the newsletter.
Yeah, so you can do that in ACEO. I still use it as well. So I take the one they've made and then I modify it. So you can go into ACEO and there's a media library,
Mm-hmm.
and you can upload your pictures there, and then you can just put them in.
Lisa S, when you do MailChimp, can you do that and that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
take their template, which is kind of, it's like if you were in newspaper in high school, and it gave you like a blueprint,
Yeah.
and you can just drag and drop images.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
it
think
gives
that's
you
what
the
Robin
structure of it.
uses, MailChimp.
I
I
did
use
Aweber for a while,
or
but
A-
I was sick of paying for it.
Yeah. Lisa,
So-
maybe one day we can get together. Would you mind showing me like how to use it?
Yeah, it's not hard. It
No.
takes me a long time because that's a time suck for me, are the images and the trying to
Mhm.
make it look pretty and
Yeah.
all of that. So I haven't
Yeah.
sent a newsletter all year.
Yeah.
But I was thinking if there was an easier way to do it and I would be
Yeah.
less OCD about it.
Right. That's how I am.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I use ACEO, honestly, because they come up with one monthly. So I go in and I pretty much add like our upcoming groups
Mm-hmm.
and whatever, and then send.
Yeah.
So you still use ACEO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
that's
that it's
Beachbody based.
I don't know that it's
Right.
or not, but to me it's worth the time because I'm like Lisa, I would spend way too much time trying to figure it out. Instead, I just use theirs. I go in, like, add a few pictures, add my dates, send it out to everybody. You know, don't let things be time sucks. If you're spending too much time on a newsletter or creating a pretty photo instead of inviting, you've got your priorities wrong.
Right.
You're not going to build. You're not going to help anybody. You're not going to make money by spending hours making the perfect picture. Like, you guys can add some of this stuff if you need to. There's Fiverr, fiverr.com. Everything's $5. You can have them create Facebook. What am I trying to say?
Cover
pictures for $5. Like, there's a lot of things. Canva.
That's free. Yeah.
Right. It's free. But I mean, you can hire someone for $5 and be like, I need a Facebook cover. I like this picture of me. They'll do it. Like, if that's turning into a time suck, you know what I mean? Like, you've already done your power hour. You've done all your invitations, blah, 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 blah. But if you're sucking all your time, it's not, you gotta figure out what you should do. That makes sense.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out how to reach out to, like, all my old contacts, you know, even like old leads that I had that I never was able to connect with on Facebook that I probably haven't even.
Well, you can even go into your back office and you can send an email that, or you can send a your back office too if you go into your back office. And you can send a card to all your customers from there. I don't know how. I don't know what the rate of that spam from your back office. I'm not sure.
Right.
But ACO, I spent that are out to 900 people, and I never get very much back. So I'm thinking it's going to spam. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
But it's worth a try. I mean, send something out when you know what you guys know what's coming up in March. Throw together something. It doesn't have to be fancy, and send it in your back office and see what happens.
You can send photos from the back office, or
no? I know they have their own cards and stuff back there that you can use.
Yeah.
Robin is really good at. You could ask her too.
Yeah, I'll bring it up to her when I talk to her again.
I use the ACO, but I might switch at some point. I don't know. Yeah. Mine is simply because it's easy and halfway done for me.
Right.
So, yeah. What's up? Anything else up with you guys? How are you doing? Any other questions? I'll stop our recording.
Just getting ignored.